The electronic supply chain is the most complex supply chain in our world. Over 1 billion components is like an absurd number to grasp. And if just one component, if you're in your board or if you're in your bigger box build, is obsolete or missing or not available, that can break the whole thing apart. The high cost of not operating proactively and staying with the status quo is really obnoxious. There's 25,000 K per hour if a line is stopped in a normal global operations. If you are not hitting the compliance goals and you are like just closing your eyes and hoping for the best and you get fined, this can be up to something like 500K. And if you are not proactively managing your supply chain, if you're just buying too much stock all along because you're flying blind, 15% excess inventory is something that's just happening in the industry all along. Specifically, excess inventory that could have been prevented if a more transparent view on the supply chain would have existed and one would have acted a little bit more proactively instead of reactively.
The issue around Nexperia, it involved regulatory and compliance concerns tied to ownership, scrutiny, geopolitical sensitivity, and overnight companies started asking the questions. Is my parts compliant? Are they exposed to any restrictions? Do we have alternatives? Which products are affected? And the scariest question, how many millions of dollars are tied to this? The difference, without trusted intelligence, events like this, they feel like a horror movie. You hear the background noise, the background music, it keeps coming closer and closer, and you start running, but you don't know where you're running to. With Silicon Expert, the lights turn on and it shows you which direction you have to run to. And that is powerful because the real risk is not just obsolescence, it's not just compliance, it's not just disruptions. The real risk is not knowing, because the next disruption is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The memory crisis is not just about shortage, it's about the volatility. And volatility punishes companies that react late. In a market where pricing and lead time can swing drastically quarter to quarter, trusted intelligence becomes a competitive advantage.
How should modern procurement teams really work? And we've identified 3 layers that are kind of building on top of each other. One aspect is really the idea of connecting all relevant data. Then get into the monitoring and insight layer, where on the one side, you're talking about these cost-saving opportunities, which is not the key topic of today, but on the other side, the business continuity risks, so anything that hinders you from running your business as you want to. And only if you have those insights early, you can really start to act, right? Realizing cost savings, and as we said, avoiding million-dollar disruptions by having these insights and having the automations and workflows behind it to act on those insights. And this is exactly the picture that we are trying to paint together now with Luminovo and Silicon Expert. Now with the industry-leading component intelligence of Silicon Expert directly integrated, we can take the part catalog that we already have, that we have enriched from many sources from the suppliers, with the billion-dollar catalog that Silicon Expert provides, and that can deliver very interesting additional use cases and insights. We think proactive teams in 2026 need that 360-degree visibility that brings this trusted component intelligence data at the point in time where all your procurement's workflows already sit, from quoting as an EMS to project sourcing all the way to strategic sourcing.